have owned this motorcycle for just over a year now, and I believe that makes me uniquely unqualified to talk about its pros and cons. And I'm not even going to start with power, because if I call that a con or a pro, then I'm just bashing on a bike that I chose to buy knowing the power it had. So that doesn't make much sense to me. Starting at number 1 will be the thing that I've already changed. The mirrors on this bike were terrible. It gave me a great view of my shoulder and elbow, and it's not very helpful in traffic whatsoever. So by moving the mirrors out to the bar ends, I can actually see past my body and see the vehicles behind me. First must do modification, in my opinion. Second is obviously common to every motorcycle, the tail and fender. I have a tail tidy in the garage. I just don't have the cover plate to keep all of the wires out of the elements, so I'll be putting that on as soon as I've got that all sorted out. And number 3 is bugs. Along the same lines as number 2, the signal lights on this thing are just gigantic. So the next mod after the tail toddy, I think, visually speaking, will be flush mount front turn signals and an integrated tail light to just clean up the bike a little bit. Number 4, I would say I don't really love the brake and clutch lever. On the brake side, it's not so bad because I can use 2 fingers and there's resistance before the lever hits my finger. But on the clutch, if I forget, or if I'm just like not thinking and I just pull it in, I'm squishing my finger between the bar. So I typically use 3 fingers, and I prefer to keep at least 2 on the bar at all times. So I'd like to get short levers so that I can use 2 fingers comfortably. My next gripe is the shifter. I don't know what it is, if it's something inside the transmission or if it's just user error, but sometimes when I come to a stop and I'm downshifting, it won't engage the next gear, and so I'll just be rev matching the gear I'm currently in and upsetting the whole chassis. That also could be user error though. Maybe my foot doesn't come off all the way in those situations. Like maybe I've downshifted and then not come up for the next detent, or disengaged it entirely. However you want to word that. So that could be user error as well. But that's really it. Like, everything about this bike I really enjoy. It's nimble, it's stable somehow with such a short wheelbase. I don't get weirded out by going over 100 on this bike. And on a bike that you would expect to be kind of operated between 40 and 70 most of the time, I personally wasn't expecting it to be so stable, but it's incredibly stable. I don't feel sketched out at all on the highways. Freeways are another story. I haven't modified it enough to get enough speed to take it on the freeway. The seat's pretty comfortable. I took it all the way to Dover and back, and I think I was in the saddle for like 4 hours that day or something, and I was a little sore for sure, but not nearly as sore as I thought I would be. And this bike is just so much fun. I know I started this whole video with like a bunch of negatives, but I'm kind of being nitpicky if I'm honest. I really enjoy this motorcycle. I have a lot of fun on it. And it's got a good amount of aftermarket. So whatever I want to change, there's plenty of options. I want to thank you so much if you continued watching this far. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and giving me a like. Let me know down in the comments if you own a Grom, what you dislike, what you really like, and what mods you've done to your bike. And today kind of marks a turning point in this channel because I think, knock on wood, I have sorted out all my audio issues. So this should sound so much better for your ear holes. Alright, take care and ride safe.